good, bad? What'd you think?
Started out a little slow, and then I thought we played pretty well the first half, and then we were very lethargic the second half until, kind of the end. I think at one time we had 5 turnovers, they had 5 turnovers. We gotta do a better job of starting the second half and really just playing. Throw it away. You can't score when you throw it away.
Like you got into your offense effectively enough with the half court?
No, we've spent a lot of time on it. I mean, we have spent an enormous amount of time. It's difficult. I told our guys in there the 2 things that are really difficult the way we play is that everybody handles the ball on offense, and everybody has to really guard and know what they're doing defensively. Otherwise, you're the weak link and you break everything down. So I think the more we work at it, the more we play, the better we're going to get. Here's a positive. How about this? 10,120. The 4th time in November we've had over 10,000 in the Coliseum, in the history of the Coliseum. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Coach, you attribute that to a Sweet 16 run, or what was that?
Appreciate that. 10,000. What is it? 10,120 Mountaineer fans. It's good. I think that's true, but that's the way it is. And that in big time programs, that's what happens. People come out and watch. If we just get another 4,000 in there, it'd be even better.
You talked about how you enjoy coaching this team. This team seems to enjoy each other though too, and I think it kind of shows with the way they share the ball and play on the court. Is that a fair assessment? And how important is that?
Yeah, and I think, Bob, I think it's gotten almost to the point where when you don't share the ball, you kind of stick out. Now, there's times we do it too much. Sometimes we have a layup and we throw it backwards to somebody else, which is not the right thing to do. But yeah, they do. They like each other. They really do get excited about one of their teammates making a good play. Or I think the other thing is we don't give them a lot of time to celebrate. They got to score and get right on their guy.
Does it matter that they're all like the same age? It isn't a senior or 2 leadership on this team. They're all juniors and sophomores pretty much that sort of help each other.
Well, we got 2 seniors though, and we've got juniors that have been here longer than the 2 seniors. So you take that junior class, they've been here 3 years. The 2 seniors, well, I guess John's been here, but he didn't play 3 years.
Defense from your new guys, Asa and
There's
Myers.
no ways to go, but I mean that's I guess that's to be expected. He understands. He'll pick it up, and you have to understand now. They gave him the ball a bunch in high school, but he guarded a big. He wasn't out there chasing little guys around on the perimeter and trying to stop drives and making rotations from the guard spot. So it's going to take him a little while. Tavon kind of put himself in the jackpot, not getting here until school started, and so he's 3 games and 10 practices for the Bahama deal and the 2 hours a week that everybody else got this summer that he didn't get. And so it's going to take him a while. I mean, and he has to understand that. He has to understand that it's going to take him more. And I mean, that's compounded even by having 8 guys back from a year ago.
Coach, after seeing or getting a feel for how the game was called tonight, how do you help players make adjustments from this? What do you
Yeah,
stress
we're
to them?
going to make adjustments, Justin, but honestly, I mean, I think as we go along, I hope that the powers to be make adjustments as well. You know, not to call fouls, but you can't be in legal guarding position and have the offense bump into you and it'd be a foul on you. You know, the verticality thing I think needs to be addressed at both sides of the ball. And hopefully that'll happen. I mean, we're trying like crazy to understand, you know, what they want, how they want us to play, and that kind of thing. We are honestly working hard at it, but you know, at the same time, you know, if we're going to enforce verticality, let's enforce verticality.
Coach, I talked to John for a little bit, and he seemed to be excited. He wasn't in foul trouble with Elijah fouling out. Could you just tell me a little bit, what are you seeing in terms of his development on the defensive end and in regards to staying out of trouble?
Well, he has gotten better in that regard, but we need him to be active, and I don't want to sacrifice the activity that he gives us for not fouling. You know, for instance, we went back and when we go back and look at the scrimmage, we go back and look at the Glenville game, he wasn't near as active on the ball. Very rarely do you foul a guy out of bounds, you know. So he can't, you know, you try to back off. You want him to back off on the ball, but, I mean, he's still got to be active on, you know. He's very key to our pressure, particularly, you know, our inbounds pressure. He's the guy. So he has to remain very active there.
Anything else?
It seems like Jonathan's playing maybe a little more relaxed because East and some other guys are there that are at least similar in style. He doesn't feel as much pressure to produce there, and as a result, he's maybe producing a little more. Are you seeing any of that?
Well, I think sometimes we get, and it's human nature. I think sometimes we get, and he's guilty of it. Probably Nate a little bit to a degree. You know, you work your tail off, which they both have. You know, and you wanna do things right. You want to make open shots. You know, you want to help your team, and you get so pumped up to do that you do like John and you fire about 3 of them over the rim, which is okay. We'll rebound those. But you know, you gotta slow down and relax. You know what I mean? And John is I don't know what the right word is. I'll say something and then I'll get a bunch of letters about how insensitive I am or something. You know, but he's kind of hyper. You know what I mean? And so we got to get him slowed down. Sometimes it looks like he's trying to shoot it before the ball even gets in his hands. And it's not. He's not a selfish kid. He's a great teammate, and you know the whole thing. He just what did John Wooden say? What did he say? Don't.
But don't hurry.
No. Everybody knows that one. He said, "Don't. What the hell? I'll think of it."
Bob, you coach.
Don't mistake activity for achievement. That's what he said.
You coached a lot of years in Cincinnati where in baseball opening day is a holiday, it's a special thing. How is opening day here for your basketball? Does any part of that at all carry over?
I mean, the Reds are different. I mean, you know, they have the opening day parade. I mean, it starts in the morning and doesn't end, and nobody thinks about scheduling anything that day because everybody's standing on the parade route or everybody's tailgating and everybody's getting in the stadium. It's almost opening day in Cincinnati is like a holiday. You know, here we got, you know, Morgantown High's playing tonight. Our women's soccer team's playing tonight. We got a football game tomorrow. Our women plays tomorrow night. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just there's a whole lot more. Do you think you ever hear that? There's a hell of a lot more going on in Morgantown than there is Cincinnati, Bob. You never thought you'd ever hear that, did you?
Not
Well,
really.
you just heard it.